from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
This is a person of interest in the burglary of items from the Roger Maris Museum in Fargo. Police releasing the photos a little over an hour ago. If you have any information, give them a call. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. Let's take another look at those photos.
Police say it appears the shirt that the person is wearing has a patch on the left shoulder. The burglar got away with a Roger Maris MVP plaque and the S. Ray Hickok belt that Maris was awarded. The mall says upwards of 6.5 to 7 million people a year stop by to check out the exhibits in the Roger Maris Museum. And this is the first time there's ever been an issue with the free exhibit. And it's not just law enforcement who are on alert after the burglary.
Anybody in the industry now, when you buy anything like that, whether it be a ball or a jersey or a hat or a bat, is going to ask for a letter of provenance. Anybody. Really? So they're going to want to know where you got it from, how much you paid for it, who you got it from, full 9 yards. That thing it's blacklisted now forever. You'd never, ever be able to sell that thing.
If you have any information, you're asked to contact Detective Lassonde at 701-241-1429. The number is right there on your screen.
The city of Fargo has deemed the heavily damaged Bison Turf a dangerous building.
Inspectors took a look at the structure following last Friday's fire and found that more than 50% was damaged. It's now up to the Bison Turf owner to decide if it will be rebuilt or demolished.
It affected much of the building, including the water damage from the spray, putting the fire out. So that fire started in the middle of the building where the kitchen is, and it spread up to the roof and went into roof cavities. It's hard to even know the extent of the damage.
Coming up on Valley News Live 10 at 10, owner Pete Sabo takes us inside and shows us what can be salvaged, and he'll let us know about his hopes for new additions to the iconic bar and restaurant.
A young woman whose car was struck by lightning last night while she was inside is still emotionally shaken despite walking away without a scratch.
And as we discover, it was her car and her actions that saved her life from the bolt. Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood debunks the myths behind what protects you from getting struck by lightning.
It was crazy and scary to see a lightning strike right in front of us.
It happened in a flash.
Boom, lightning strike. And then we looked down and a huge lightning strike, boom, right in front of us down the street.
And that strike hit a young staff member of Trollwood's car.
We were all in shock because we didn't even know that you could get hit by lightning in a car.
It can cause tremendous damage to the car. It can injure people inside the car. It can kill people inside the car.
Thankfully, the college student working at Trollwood is okay after her car was struck by lightning after being taken to the hospital. Kathy Anderson, the director of Trollwood Performing Arts, tells us that she didn't want to go on camera because she's still shaken from her life-threatening experience. So how is she protected? Valley News Live Storm Team meteorologist Robert Hahn breaks it down.
The biggest misconception is that the tires offer some sort of insulation. Well, it's actually incorrect. It's the outer shell of your car.
And if you're in your car, don't touch anything metal.
Make sure you're not touching any electronics. Make sure you're not using any electronics, even the radio. You'll probably want to let go of the steering wheel, pull the car to the side. The idea that tires offer protection, it's just not true.
I will definitely look at storms differently. I had no idea that you could get struck by lightning in a car.
In Fargo, Christine Stanwood, Valley News Live.
Robert also suggests not parking next to any trees or power lines in a thunderstorm in case they're blown over or struck by lightning. As for the woman's car, it's totaled from the lightning strike. The storm that passed through last night meant that Trollwood had to cancel its performance of The Little Mermaid. But if you missed it, don't worry. An additional show has been added for Sunday, the 31st. The box office will open at 10 tomorrow morning, and anyone with reserved seats will be able to rebook a seat for Sunday's show until 2 p.m. Or you can also return your ticket and sit in the general admissions section any night this week.
No lightning, thankfully. Warm and sunny with a bit of wind today. Hutch is away from the studio at this week's Backyard Barbecue, and he joins us live, and I'm guessing you have a full belly. Mr. Johnson, how are you?
Well, we're working on that, Mr. Morgan. I got to tell you, the steak is delicious, and here in North Fargo, the weather couldn't be much better. It's certainly a lot drier than last evening's rain. Take a look at the radar right now, very quiet across the region. However, in the western portion of South Dakota and even western North Dakota, a few thunder showers out there. Those are mainly diving to the south-southeast, so for the evening it looks very quiet. Here's your planning forecast. Temperatures will be in the 70s the rest of the evening with a north breeze at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looks like we'll dip into those comfortable 60s tonight with a light north breeze for a perfect overnight outlook. All right, we are here in the backyard of Sharon Lane. Sharon, tell me a little bit about where you signed up to win the Cashwise Backyard Barbecue. That was a trick question.
Well, let me see then. I at the Fargo Cashwise in the meat department. It was just a big surprise, very pleasant surprise.
All right, a big group you have here. Who'd you invite?
I invited neighbors, our good friends in the neighborhood, and coworkers.
All right, was it hard to put this together? And
No, they make it very easy.
all
Very
right.
easy.
Well, get over to Cashwise to the meat department. Sign up. Maybe we'll be in your backyard yet this summer. Coming up, speaking of this summer, summer-like weather returns to the valley, and we'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast coming up here and 2 shakes of a cattail.
You've been there for almost 2 hours and you're still not full?
Well, I have to pace myself, Mike.
Yeah, right. All right, thanks, Hutch.
Auto repair shops tell Valley News Live they'll be doing engine replacements over the next few weeks because of people driving on roads covered by water. Valley News team's Cornelius Hawker met up with one mechanic who tells us how you can avoid becoming stalled in high water.
These people are just looking for trouble. They're going to end up getting stuck. They're going to have to be towed. You're looking for thousands of dollars in damage.
You could say Cole Davis is a fan of cars. He's at an auto body shop looking into some repairs for this vintage beauty. He doesn't understand how someone could think driving into high water would be a good idea.
You can get the engine, the water inside your engine. You're looking at all sorts of problems that just aren't worth having by trying to save a few minutes by going through a big puddle.
Andre Arneson is working on a vehicle that didn't fare well on the water-covered roads.
We're doing an engine replacement because what happened was customer had gotten involved, had to get into some water, and it was too deep. The engine actually did suck up some water into the engine and created it to lock up.
Arneson says if you can't tell the depth of the water, you shouldn't attempt to go through it. And if you must,
driving as conditions allow, very slow will allow you to go through a few inches of water and not have any type of problems, depending on the vehicle that you're driving.
If you're still not convinced driving through high water is a bad idea, maybe the price tag of replacing an engine will change your mind.
It's about a $4,000 to $5,000 engine exchange or replacement. However, we have seen a $10,000 engine in a newer Volkswagen. Year, make, and model makes a big difference.
In Fargo, Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
We called several insurance agencies. Many of them told us insurance won't cover an engine replacement caused by you driving through water because they deem it as something you can avoid.
A Fargo man has been found guilty on all 6 counts of attempted murder in a shooting at a Dilworth apartment complex. A jury found this man, Lloyd Johnson, guilty of second-degree attempted murder charges. Police say it happened last October when several people dressed in black and wearing masks came to the front door of the apartment complex and tried to break it down. Investigators say no one was hurt, but several shots were fired at people inside. Johnson will be sentenced at a later date.
9 kids were riding a Polaris Ranger in Becker County, Minnesota, when it tipped on its side, sending several of them to the hospital. Police say an 11-year-old boy was driving the ATV when he swerved to avoid hitting a dog. That's when the vehicle tipped. A 6-year-old boy was taken by North Memorial Air Care to the hospital for what seemed to be non-life-threatening injuries. 5 other children were taken by ambulance to St. Mary's Hospital in Detroit Lakes, and 3 others were taken to St. Joseph's Hospital in Park Rapids. All of the kids on the ATV were between the ages of 6 and 11. The crash is still under investigation.
Nancy Otto has been on the Moorhead City Council for 17 years. Today, she announced that she will not be seeking re-election. Otto says she's appreciated the opportunity to have served citizens of Moorhead during a time of phenomenal growth. She says that she and her husband are looking forward to spending more time with the family.
Are you a fan of the outdoors? If you are, you might want to consider making a career change. Who's hiring? Later on Valley News Live at 6.
And if you have any plans at all to be outdoors, I'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast coming up right after this.